Biological and cultural roots of human behavior. We have learned evolution. It is the gradual development of organism over time. Over time means millions of years. For the evolution to take place, it takes billions of years. And the biological and the cultural factors, they play a significant role in human evolution. Before going to the details, please remember to subscribe the channel. Thank you. First, we will see the biological approach. The biological approach believes that behavior is a consequence of our genetics and physiology. That is, behavior can be largely explained in terms of biology, that is through genes and hormones. Genes, hormones, etc. have a direct impact in determining our behavior. If the changes in the genes or hormone happen, then eventually a change in our behavior may also occur. The thoughts, feelings, behavior, etc. have a biological cause. The biological perspective is very relevant in the study of psychology, and it is in three ways. The first one is a comparative method or the comparison. There are different species of animals. All these can be studied separately and it can be compared. So this comparison helps to understand the human behavior, how they behave like that or why it is different from other species. That can be studied through the comparison method. Next is the physiology or the nervous system. That is the nervous system or the hormones, how the brain functions or the changes in the structure or the function, how it affects the behavior. For example, the prescribed drugs for treating the depression, it can affect the behavior through the interaction with nervous system. So the medicine for the depression, it can make changes in the nervous system and thereby affecting a person's behavior. That can be studied. Then investigation of inheritance. What a human being inherit from its parents. That is the mechanism of inheritance. That is genetics. That can be studied and it helps explaining the behavior. For example, we might want to know whether high intelligence is inherited from one generation to next. That is an example of how we study the inheritance, the influence of inheritance on one's behavior. Biological systems. Human genes. It have evolved over millions of years. For what? To adapt the behavior to the environment. The environment changes. So, the species need to adapt behavior to adjust with the environment. So, over the million of years, the genes have evolved. That is, it has changed its structure so that it can better adapt to the environment. We can understand more about the human condition when we recognize how biology affects our behavior. The two biological systems that affect our behavior are nervous system and endocrine system. The nervous system includes the nerves and the brain. It is important to appreciate that human brain, it is an extremely complicated piece of a biological machinery. The brain can influence many types of behavior. The brain, nerve and hormone are responsible for your thought, feeling and actions. So brain is very complicated biological machine and it can affect your behavior in many ways. The nervous system is an interconnected network of nerve cells and these nerve cells are called neurons. It allows you to sense the things going on around you so that you can react. For example, when the brain tells that you are hungry, then you will go and have food. The endocrine system, it includes the hormone producing glands. This endocrine system includes hormone producing glands, and it helps your body to turn the food into energy. The strength of a biological approach is it provides clear predictions, for example, about the effects of neurotransmitters or the behavior of people who are genetically related. This means the explanations can be scientifically tested and proven. So, while studying the biological system, it is important to study about the genes, how it get adapted, how it get evolved to adapt our behavior to the changing environment. Then the two main systems that are important are the nervous system and the endocrine system. Nervous system includes the brain and the nerve cells or the neurons, and the endocrine system includes the hormone producing glands. Then the strength of the biological system. What is it? It can provide clear predictions. If you study the nervous system or the genes, then you can predict the behavior. Cultural approach. We have seen the biological approach. Now we will see the cultural approach. Both the biology and the culture developed side by side in human evolution. That is, they have a co-evolution. The culture is considered an important determiner of human behavior. The cultural development was faster and steady compared to the biological changes. So biological changes was there and cultural changes was there which affect the human behavior. But the cultural changes or the cultural development was faster when we compare it to the biological changes. Humans are social beings and they learn behavior, beliefs, attitude, preferences, etc. All those things are behaviors that we learn within a particular culture. So, the culture and the biology, they have a co-evolution, and through the culture, the human beings learn behavior. For example, if consider you are from a village and you move to an urban society, after a period of time, the way you behave or so many characteristics within you will change according to the urban culture. So you learn behavior when you change your culture or you move from one culture to another, you learn behavior accordingly. Cultural influence. Now we will see how culture influence our behavior. Culture has played a significant role in shaping people's behavior and ultimately in human evolution. So the culture helps shaping human beings' behavior and ultimately human evolution. So what we do in everyday life are the result of the culture we grew up and the environment we interact in. The culture affects people whether they want it or not. It affects the behavior in any setting. It can be in your daily life, it can be in any organization or in any social setting. Wherever you are, the culture we are in, it will affect our behavior. That is, culture is a mold. It shapes the people and it influences all the individuals under it. It can be consciously or subconsciously. The relationship of culture and human being. It is complex when it is viewed from different standpoints. Generally, the culture affects an individual's behavior. And the individual's behavior, it affects the culture he is a part of. So, the culture how it affects the behavior of an individual. Likewise, the individual's behavior also affect the culture in which he is a part of. Now let's have a quick recap on what we have learned. We have went through the biological basis and the cultural basis. Both the biological and the culture have an impact on the individual's behavior. But the biological basis includes the biological system, that is the nervous system, the endocrine system, and it includes the genetical change or the genes. Then culture, it also influences the behavior, and the behavior also influence the culture. And we will have a detailed study of these things in upcoming videos. So please remember to subscribe, share. Thank you and keep smiling.